living in a dream. Now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When I've been magic, with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Focus, defense, focus.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. Well, that's tough. You come in here, you dial up that pass play on the first play from scrimmage and get it picked.
And you know, coaches always talk about we prepare for every eventuality. You don't even mention this as a possibility when you dial up that play, right? Instead, they throw a pick, and now they're behind the 8 ball on the road to get things going.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Ready? 18 Gator. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
2nd and 6. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Well, enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Off play action. Akins. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
That's a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Mayfield to throw it. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. On 1st and 10 is Connor. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
From just shy of midfield, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sack back at about the 43-yard line. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, and it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
General West. Get it.
2nd and 11. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Let's go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Akins. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Looking deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
They start with a give to counter. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
Let's go, defense.
Now the man from nearby Columbus, Ohio, Benny Snell. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Back near his goal line, here's Mayfield. That's caught by the 6'8" tight end, Zach Gentry. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. This is counter, and he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Mayfield, and he connects with Vance McDonald. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Connor. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side, and that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Antonio Callaway, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Topper!
To throw on 2nd down. Akins over the middle. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Looking to throw. Akins connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Akins got an open man. It's Ratley. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And this one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance if they want to be
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing on 1st down. Akins. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns have taken the lead. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And some room to roam now. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables.
Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Hurry!
On third down, it's Connor, and he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And taken right at the 35. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10.
Down. 8, read. Hey, echo. Get it.
On first down, Akins. He's going to let this one go deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. A gain of 3, second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Finds his running back, James Conner. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
First down, Mayfield. That's complete to his running back, Conner. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, we're 33.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Second and long. This to Jarwin, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march up another 15 against your squad.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Recon, 132-5,
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the Steelers' 32-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
Second and 10. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you go lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
On third down, Grant. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Come on, set, 50, play. You draw, ready.
On first and 10, Akins got an open man, the tight end Jarwin. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Blake Jarwin, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So now they'll come up on second and 10, once again from the 28.
Pistol.
On second down, Connor looking for space. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Third down.
180.
From the gun, Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Let's go! Interception, baby, all day!
Let's go. 70, Indy.
Watch the curl! Watch the curl!
And to give this time to the tailback. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Hey, wahoo! Go!
58, come on!
Let's go!
Operating from the gun. Akins, the quick slant caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 8 yards out. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Around the NFL, 3rd quarter from Foxborough. The Patriots have moved out in front in that ball game. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. On 1st down, it's Connor. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Set, 180!
44's the mic! Get him! Get him! Get him!
Hey, alert, alert! Alert, alert!
44's the mic!
One touch!
They go play action. Mayfield sliding out of the pocket. This is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Vance McDonald. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Jumper, 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 jumper.
5.
Now they'll run it on the toss.
It's right
what a juke into space. And now look at him go. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. This will be fielded at the 6. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. Here's Connor. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Not today, you are. Not today. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Let's get
Real.
time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Complete. Smith has it. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Traquan Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will get him one closer. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
Ready?
The Browns drive about to get started. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now, as you know.
That's caught at the 25. A gain of 32 that time. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
4 yards on the pickup.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored one.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 70 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. They'll run here with Conner. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit.
Hey, watch it.
Mayfield looks to throw. He's got it. So they convert the two. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a two-score game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Let's get on the double. 261. Matchbox lights.
Now a give right side. It's Grant.
Let's go.
5-yard gain on the play. And the Browns first down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
2nd and 11 at the 15-yard line.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And they take a knee.
The quarterback keeps it. It's a loss of a yard, bringing up 3rd and 12.
Here we go, here we go. 60 outlaw.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Browns, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.